those dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I just want to be the best in basketball, so I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me, so I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
Has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Gym Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses the long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
In 4 years
because this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here!
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Welcome inside the Sport One Parkview Ice House. We're going to get things kicked off just a little bit early here before our pregame ceremonies, as it is Veterans Night here for the High School Hockey Association. And to get things started is going to be the Carroll Chargers and the Fort Wayne Vipers.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm not going to lie. I don't really have a whole lot off the top here, so we're just going to fully wing this one and see what we got. You know what? I think it's number 1 versus number 4 in the standings. I don't think there's a whole heck of a lot to say in terms of that. We know what Carroll's got. We saw this game last time. I think for me, we'll see what the Vipers can do differently this time. You know, that was week 1. Incredibly unlucky on some of the goals. I mean, obviously the own goal. Rossrum kicks one in as well. The defensive coverage was lacking. We'll see if they've polished things up here in the few weeks since then. And we'll see what we get out of Carroll here tonight, you know. They've been playing a lot of hockey lately. 3 crossover games a couple of weekends ago. Then they played last Wednesday, and then 4 this past weekend. And my understanding is they went 1-3. It did not go very well for them over the weekend. So, you know, the good news for them is this is an opportunity to kind of get things right a little bit. But the bad news is you know what, maybe they're already looking forward to the weekend and taking a break after a very busy week and a half stretch here.
Take a quick second to thank our sponsors here on Summit City Sports. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260Sports. That is 260Sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment found only at the Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. And with them being in 71 years in business, they got a history for it. Visit drivekelly.com for more information. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle, as well as other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignment, engine diagnostics, and more. Visit their north location at 2620 North Clinton Street or the south location at 3530 West Jefferson Boulevard. At Weller Contracting, we take time to invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid until build. Visit OutlandWellerContracting.com to learn more. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area with ages ranging from 5 to 18 years old. Our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board and together we can reach the summit. Teams are taken to the ice. We'll take one more very brief break, 30 seconds give or take. And we'll be right back here on Summit City Sports.
Waffle breakfast sandwiches are dropping at Tim's. Our sweet, fluffy maple waffles, packed with a fresh cracked egg, savory sausage, or sizzling bacon, and melty, gooey cheese. The Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich, made to make your day. It's time for Tim's.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, the teams are taken to the ice, so we will take a break here and set it down for our pregame ceremony.
Fort Wayne High School hockey, and tonight is Veterans Night. We try to take this time every year to say a brief thanks to all the men and women warfighters who have spent some or sometimes all of their time helping to defend our country. From the Renegades, Alex Kenichi would like to honor his grandfather, Greg Kenichi, who served in the Army from January 1968. We would also like to remember his uncle Dennis Elliott, who served in the Army from 1972 to 1992, including service in Vietnam. Jake Stryker would like to honor his dad, Rich Stryker, here with us tonight, who served in the Army from 1991 to 1999. For the Vipers, Mason Johnson would like to honor his uncle, Nick Schumann, here with us tonight, who was stationed in Elmore Air Force Base, Alaska, from 2007 to 2012. Brody Rossmore would like to honor his uncle, Greg Meir, who served in the Navy for 4 years. We would also like to remember his grandpa Terry Meir, who served in the Navy for 4 years. We would like to honor his brother-in-law Jared Moyer, here with us tonight, who served in the Marines for 9 years. We would also like to remember his grandpa Terry Meir, who served in the Navy from 1961 to 64, with service in the Vietnam War. He was also a VFW chaplain, assisting in over 400 veteran funerals. Eli Reinhold would like to honor his grandpa, Doug Key, here with us today. Doug Key, here with us tonight, who served in the Army for 4 years. Grant Knudsen would like to honor his grandfather, Jack Knudsen, here with us tonight, who served in the Army Special Forces Battalion for 21 years, earning the Meritorious Service Medal and Joint Meritorious Service Medal. Christian Williams would like to honor his stepfather, Greg Stevenson, here with us tonight, who served in the Navy for 4 years, including 2 overseas deployments. Logan Ormsby would like to honor his grandfather, Mike Hay, here with us today, who served in the Navy for 6 years. Michael Scully would like to honor his grandfather, Jim Scully, here with us tonight, who served in the U.S. Navy from 1956 to 62, with service during the Lebanon crisis. We would also like to honor his uncle, Robert Gunther, who served in the U.S. Navy for 24 years, including his time with the Global War on Terrorism Southern March, awarded the National Defense Medal, Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal, the Navy Commendation, Navy Achievement Medals, among others. We would also like to honor his grandfather, Boris Peterson, who served in the Army. Simon Watson would like to remember his great-grandfathers, Kenneth Lester Huffman and Oren Watson, who served in the Army. Kenneth Huffman earning a Purple Heart, and Oren Watson earning 2 Bronze Stars. On Carroll. Adam Shearer would like to honor his grandfather George Shearer here with us tonight, who served in the Army from 1964 to 67, receiving the National Defense Service Medal, Vietnam Campaign Medal, Vietnam Service Medal, Marksman Badge, and Rifle M14. He would also like to honor his aunt, Tanya Roker, who served in the Air Force from 2011 to 2017, with service during Operation Enduring Freedom. She was a top graduate of the Air Force Honor 13 and earned a total of 9 medals during her 6 years of service. Carter Canal would like to honor his coach, Hayden Siegenauer, here with us tonight, who served in the Marines for 4 years. Hayden attained the rank of Lance Corporal, maintained the fight at high explosive weaponry, and trained other Marines to ensure complete mission readiness. Carter Overbay would like to honor his great-grandfather, Beck Noel, who served in the United States Air Force from 1950 to 1987, attaining the rank of Chief Master Sergeant. He received the Combination Medal, Second World War Rush Award from Governor Robert Orr. Colson White would like to remember his uncle, A.J. White, who served in the United States Marine Corps from 2008 to 2011, with service during Operation Iraqi Freedom. Davis Klein would like to honor his grandfather, Alvin Kanishi, here with us tonight, who served in the Army for 3 years, including service in Vietnam. Dylan Carto would like to honor his grandfather, Ken Carto, here with us tonight, who served in the Air Force and Indiana Air National Guard for 22.5 years, including service during the Vietnam War and First Gulf War. He would also like to remember his great-grandfather, Vernon Richard Bain, who served in the Navy during World War II. Finn Cup would like to honor his grandfather, Larry Shimmerhorn, here with us tonight, who served in the Navy from 1968 to 72, with service during the Vietnam War and 3 cruises on aircraft carriers. Will and Patrick Milan would like to honor their grandfather, Paul Corby, here with us tonight, who served in the Army Reserves from 1960 to 68, serving in the 890th Truck Transportation Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in one more round of applause for all veterans, for the present and past. And now, at this time, we ask that everyone turn their direction to the Concordia Lutheran High School Lieutenant ROTC Color Guard, commanded by Second Lieutenant McKinney, with Troop Second Lieutenant Smith, Sergeant Rivera, and Sergeant Emmenheiser. Please stand as you are able, remove any head coverings for the playing of our national anthem.
So with that, the conclusion of our pregame ceremonies, the teams will have warm-ups here. Take a quick second myself to honor two veterans that I know. My brother, first and foremost, with the U.S. Army, Justin Porter, was part of Iraqi freedom. And one of our main officials for tonight, Jake Pecoraro, served in the U.S. Navy. So normally the officials don't really get much during the pregame, but give him a shout out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to give everybody their due, right? You know, tremendous night here. Always special. And we've got the specialty jerseys as well on both sides. And, yeah, it's always just good to make sure all of our veterans get their recognition around these parts.
You got a couple just for a brief second?
I do not, unfortunately.
Well, as we talked about here, this is our first game of Veterans Night. Carroll and the Vipers. I'm thinking of the next game. I was looking at the wrong one. The Carroll Chargers did defeat Homestead 5-2 last week. Leo picked up a 6-2 victory over the Vipers. The last time these two teams played, obviously Carroll picked up the victory here. And yeah, with this is the start of the second rotation of our games.
Yeah, it is the start of the second rotation, Brandon. You're right. So we're getting into the rematches stage of things here. Kind of like I talked about a little bit earlier on in the broadcast right off the top. It'll be interesting to see how far these teams have come in the last 3 weeks or so. You know what? It's at the end of a long weekend, a long week here for both teams with the game last Wednesday, obviously tonight, and then 4 games over the course of this past weekend for the showcase. But, yeah, last time around, I mean, Carroll went out to that 3-0 lead. Bertels kind of stabilized a little bit for the Vipers, and then they give one right back up a little bit later. I mean, it was 4-1 after the first period. A very quick start to that one. Things kind of settled down from there. A couple of late goals from the Chargers end up making it 6-1. But, yeah, so we'll see what we get out of this one. You know, the Vipers put in a pretty good performance last week, all things considered. You know, it got a little strange there in the third period. But the first 60 were definitely something that they can really build off of. And we'll see what they're doing. My understanding is they had a 3-1 weekend. I think they did very well this weekend. Now, obviously, they did the same thing last year and didn't continue really on. But we'll see what we get. You know what? We're still early here, and we'll see how these teams continue to shake out.
Well, we'll take a quick break here. We'll have Puck Drop next here on Summit City Sports. This is
Sports Club is a volleyball-first facility and home to Empowered's Volleyball Academy and Pro Beach Juniors. At Empowered, we focus on development and the process over outcome, and we believe our record-setting recruitment numbers, 24 athletes alone in our 2023 class, 100% college placement rate, and continued success at the highest levels by our alumni speak for themselves, confirming that Empowered is your best option for overall athlete development. This year, we have once again upgraded our club model, programming, and staff to keep us out in front as one of the country's leaders in total athlete development, mind, body, and soul. But none of this would even be possible if God hadn't blessed us with a 90,000 square foot state-of-the-art volleyball and multi-sport facility that includes indoor turf, PSM weight training, 4 volleyball courts, and 5 indoor beach courts. Empowered is here to stay. So if you're looking for a long-term home and one you will never outgrow, we believe the choice is clear. Empowered is the most thorough and all-inclusive junior Olympic development program in the country.
Team Pineapple Volleyball Club was established in 1997 and has become synonymous with top-level volleyball in Northeast Indiana. Lloyd Ball is the owner and director at Team Pineapple, and he's also one of the coaches. Ball is a 4-time Olympian and a gold medalist at the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. Join the Pineapple family today. Go to their website, teampineapple.com, for all programming information. Team Pineapple trains at the brand new Ball Sports Academy. This facility has indoor volleyball courts, Parkview Sports Performance, Parkview Ortho Clinic, Olympic weight room, in-house massage therapy, and the state-of-the-art CET Cryo Spa for post-training therapy. Head north on Highway 69 towards Angola and come see how champions are made at the Ball Sports Academy.
Sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, got about 17 seconds left here before we get things going between the Vipers and the Chargers in Game 1 of our Veterans Night.
Yeah, we're about ready to get this one going here. We're down to the last, a little bit of warm-ups here, about to get the buzzer. Still no information on the starting keepers. We'll see what we get. The assumption, of course, would be Van Antwerp and Rossform, but you never know. We'll see how it shakes out. There could be a spot to get Ganau in net for Carroll. Brandon, you're not thinking that's the case tonight, though, based on the warm-ups, and I would probably agree. So we'll just have to see. And then for Vipers as well, we'll see if they go for a real rotation situation or if they're going to start trying to settle into a number one. I feel like that's probably the only thing we haven't really covered so far in the pregame that is worth covering at the moment.
Yeah, normally when you start a new drill in the warm-ups, usually the first goaltender who's taken that is the one who starts it, which would be Van Antwerp in this case. But there are surprises, and you never know.
You never do know. I guess we're going to have to find out.
I remember a college game I played. I was slated to start, and our coaches wrote down that the other guy was starting, so I had to wait until the first whistle.
Sheesh.
I wasn't happy. I finally get a college start, and they wrote down the wrong guy.
You got to hate that. You know what? We got to hold these coaches to accountability, Brandon. We need better. Out of, I'm assuming that was Ron that was coaching that team back then, right?
It was Ron Leaf, but it was actually Dave Rose, who wrote down the starting lineup that day.
Never heard of him, but.
Good old Rosie.
Good stuff.
But anyway, looking to tonight's game, as we talked about, this is the start of the next rotation of games. We'll see how things are shaking out. You said teams have settled in a little bit here. Not quite as new together as it was the first time around. So let's see what this one brings us. This is indeed Van Antwerp in for the Carroll Chargers and Rossworm for the Vipers.
Yeah, no shock. So we'll see. You know what? It was, like I said earlier, it was just a rough start for the Vipers. Rough game the last time around. Let's see if they can, have a little bit more puck luck here tonight. I think that's going to be the biggest key for them here off the rip.
So off the draw. It is the Vipers control, and they'll backhand it into the zone. And offside here, delayed offside, touched up.
There was no one yelling about it, though. That was weird. Usually they're screaming and just nothing, unless I'm just deaf. But
brings the face-off all the way back down into the Vipers zone. Only 10 seconds have come off the board. Tie up on the face-off, pulled back by the Chargers. The backhand feed goes off a helmet of Knutson. Picked up once again by the Chargers. In the camouflage jerseys with the gray numbers.
The numbers are that really light-colored. They match that light-colored camouflage. The numbers are really keeping with the theme of the camo jersey. They just blend in. Down at that far end, you know what? It's going to be some serious guesswork going on
I
for
wouldn't
these.
say they're gray. They're more like a tan.
Yeah, it just blends into that lighter aspect of the camo.
So we'll do our best here. The Veterans Day jerseys are what they usually are. They get the camouflage going, and it works out wonders. Taken away by the Chargers here. A wrist shot. Blocker save made by Rossworm. Cleared out to the point. Held in, looks like by Pedersen, as it's cleared out into the Charger zone. Cup with it. Sends it into the zone. The Chargers go for a line change. Picked up now by the Vipers. Fed up ice. Ryan lost control of it. It's going to be played by Baldwin. This is Michael Baldwin, far side.
Not very good positioning from the official there.
Off the wall, Shearer with it. Looking over to the far side. That pass is missed. And there's a heavy hit along the referee crease. Turned over. That one is back into the Vipers zone.
Yeah, and so with that coming up, Brandon, I'll go ahead and take a moment here. So I'm told that Shearer is not in the lineup tonight, so that is somebody else.
Oh, someone wearing Shearer's jersey. Forehand, backhand, scores!
That was, whoever that was pretty nasty. He should wear that jersey more often. My goodness.
Well, the thing is, aren't you more in touch with the Carroll coaching staff?
Yeah, that's how I know that that's not Shearer. I mean, and just look at him.
You didn't ask who it was?
You know what? I just assumed that no one was going to be wearing the jersey.
Might want to text that down to Des real quick.
I will try to. I mean, I'm hoping Mulholland has us covered on this. I mean, because if they have Shearer as number 18 on the roster tonight, then that is, of course, going to cause problems.
They grabbed the puck, so you got a new one here.
Oh, so it must be a freshman.
Back underway we go. Try to tune in here. Oh, even he's going for answers on this one.
Yeah, that should be on the game sheet.
It's under the skate there of Van Antwerp, and it's covered up.
Yeah, I'm not up to speed on all the regulations, but if you don't have an accurate roster submitted on the game sheet, I mean, you would think that would be some sort of misconduct disqualification, but we'll see.
Face-off won by the Vipers. There's a drive. It's blocked.
What?
I couldn't understand that one. It's loose and covered eventually by Van Rotsworm.
I don't know. Maybe it was like a Lalonde. That kind of sounded like a Lalonde, but I think they both have jerseys. I wrote both of their numbers down when I was writing their lines down.
Should get a text from
I would imagine.
Mulholland too.
Yeah, we'll stay tuned on that front.
Tied up, pulled through by the Chargers over to the near side. Braun sends it down low. Carry to the near side. Out to Phillips with a wrist shot. That one is a toe save made there. Ganau gives chase. Behind the goal line, around to the far corner. Gathered up once again by the Chargers. Drop pass down to Ganau. Ganau centers it to Phillips. Phillips with a wrist shot. That one sticked up into the safety netting by Rossworm. And plays whistle down.
So good pressure here early from the Chargers. Obviously, they've got the goal. And good stuff right there, trying to build this lead. Still very early goings here. Just about 2.5 gone, a little bit more than that. Still waiting on confirmation of that player, though. Usually he's right on the draw. I'm going to have to text down there and find out myself.
Face off near side, tied up, pulled back by the Chargers once again. A backhand feed is just knocked away by Rossworm as it is around to the far side corner. Van Ryn bumped off the play. That one's out of the zone, delayed offsides. Parks picks it up for the Vipers. Goes off the glass, cleared out to center. Carteau goes off the far side wall and is played now by Godine. Sent to the near side, picked up by the Chargers. Lalonde sends it inside the zone as there's a hit between Parks and Overbay. And it's cleared out by the Vipers to center ice. Carteau with it, near side. Gets it inside the zone towards the slot, is taken away and cleared back out by the Vipers. Pedersen gets it down low. Looks like Pedersen's playing defense. He's normally a forward, I think.
I noticed that as well. I was like, he's usually up. But you know what? Maybe some injuries, some absences, things get jumbled around.
There's a shot. Pad save made by Rossworm. Rebound to the corner. Heavy hit there by Williams. Loose puck to the corner. Gathered up now by the Vipers. Fed up ice. Missed the pass. It's going to come back inside the Chargers zone. And cleared back down to the Vipers end. Watson with it. Watson taking a look at the options with a A lot of airtime on that one. Gets it to the far side. Vipers have to retreat. Here's Watson again. Goes off the wall, back around to the near side, or far side. Ormsby with it. Up into the air we go. Knocked down at center ice. And we got a hand pass here with 10:40 left in the first. Face-off will be just outside of the zone. So this one is over to the far side. It is inside the zone. Dumped down to the Vipers' end of the near side corner. Now far side. Tries to center it to Cup. Cannot. Gathered up now by Franks. Turned over. Ganau tries to keep it in. Cannot. Braun with it. Tries to make a move around Ormsby. Lost it to Bertels. Bertels to Ormsby. Gets it just inside the charge zone. Ormsby lays a hit there on, looks like Baldwin.
I don't know what it is, but Ormsby just looks bigger tonight. I don't know if it's the jersey or what, but he looks just taller than he normally does. It's completely random, but I don't know. Just notable. I mean, he almost had Braun lined up there as well in the neutral zone.
This one dumped back inside of the Chargers zone, around to the far side. Baldwin almost gets leveled by Van Ryn. As we're just going to go with Shearer right now. I know it's not Shearer, but that's the name on the jersey until we get the confirmation.
Yeah, we're 0 for 2. You know what? So we'll see. Next time we get an event, we'll see if we get a text coming up here. I mean, the service is bad here, don't get me wrong, but I don't know.
This one behind the net. Centers it, loose outside the crease. And it's cleared down into the Vipers' end. Sent back inside on net, covered there by Van Antwerp, as I also sent a message down to Mr. Mulholland trying to figure this out.
It looks like he's got his phone in his hand. I mean, I don't know if it's just not sending or coming through or what, but he looks like he's got his phone in his hand. Stay tuned, though. We're still working the phones here.
Face off in the near side. Ganau to the draw for the Chargers. Bertels against him. Pulled back by the Chargers, and they clear out of the zone. 8:30 to go. Back to center ice we go. Braun over to the far
heads
side.
up.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Sent a puck over to Des.
He did. You know what? I'm
a few years behind on that one.
Camden Blavel is 18 for Carroll. That would be a JV call-up. Number 9 for the Renegades, 13 GPs, 19 goals, and 7 assists. So that tells me, and according to that goal, that kid should probably already be on a varsity team.
He's making the case.
He certainly is. I mean, maybe he's also just a breakaway legend. But, yeah, that was quite a way to make an impression, scoring a goal less than 2 full minutes into your first varsity game.
Okay, Camden Blavel. All right, hope we're not messing that one up. If we do, we apologize. First game with him?
Yeah.
So
certainly not the last.
No, not at that rate.
That was very impressive.
Bertel is over to the far side for Ormsby. Gets it to Carteau. Fed back over to the far side. Picked up once again by the Vipers. They dump it inside the zone. It'll be stopped behind the goal line and sent up ice to Cup, who tips it inside of the Vipers zone, and is played now by Van Ryn. As he was waiting for that one to come to him, Parks with it in the corner. Fans on the flip-up pass, but Van Ryn has it far side, lost the stick. As trying to work the way down is the Vipers. It's turned over, sent back inside the zone. Ryan with it. Tries to send it down the ice. Hits Goodine by accident. Goodine. As it's Van Ryn with it. Worked back out into center. A tie-up along the Vipers bench. Parks towering over everybody right there as he's working it free. And it's cleared out into center. Klein up ice. Overbay gets it inside the zone, delayed offsides. The Chargers touch up. Out to the point. Baldwin with a rush shot, and that one is stopped by Rossworm. Still in play. Around the wall, over to the far side. Baldwin keeps it in. Fiedler can't get it settled. Watson with it behind the net. Sews off the glass and clears the center. Klein picks it up. 6:10 remaining here in the first. Baldwin sends it inside the zone. It touches off the wall to the near side corner. Spinner on try by Fiedler is knocked away by Rossworm. It lands in the corner. And it is Watson behind the net. Turned over immediately to Wolf. Out to the point. Back to Wolf. Wolf to the center, and that one is taken away by Williams, and it is cleared as far as the blue line before being sent right back in.
Yeah, Carroll really putting some work in. It feels like the puck's hardly been down
hit
here.
by Fiedler. Behind the goal line. Go!
Whoa.
Centers it. There's a shot. Pad save made by Rossworm. Phillips with it. Sends it around over to the far side for Ormsby. Takes a bump there. This one's cleared out, but it hits one of the defensemen for the Chargers. It was Baldwin. As it's worked back inside of the Charger end, cleared down. Bertels with it. Bertels dumps it inside the zone as it'll be played now by A.J. Baldwin. Heads over to the far side, taken away by White. Up to Kraus. Kraus to Lawvelt. Offsides here, delayed.
Oh, friendly fire. Is that Kraus that slow up?
Yeah.
That's a toughie.
This one cleared back out. Probably just stings on the collision in the boards.
Mm-hmm.
Ormsby shoots it on goal. Save made by Van Antwerp. Carteau with it as it's sent up to Braun. Braun gets it inside the zone, takes it to the far corner, shot towards the net, missed it. Played along the near side. Reversing off the wall to Ganau. Captain with it right now, centers in, that one misses the mark. Out to the point, Pedersen with a wrist shot, blocked in front. Vipers pick it up. Knutson clears it down the ice, and it will roll to the goal line. Oh, they call it.
No comment.
What's interesting to see, this is game number 4, and it's very interesting to see Braun still with no goals.
You know what? I talked about that in my article. I'm like, Carroll looks just as good, if not better, than last year. And Braun's got 1 point. And he didn't even play in the last game. 2 points, I'm sorry. He didn't even play in the last game. So, I mean, we'll see. Contrast that with last season, when he had a point on like their first 6 or 7 goals of the year. So, I don't know if teams have just finally figured him out after 2 years of him kind of running the show here. But, I mean, yeah, it's been kind of startling.
Oh, it's in the feet of the official there accidentally. As it is gathered up by Ganau to Cup. Cup right up the middle to Braun. Braun with it, with a wrist shot wide.
That was a lovely through pass there. Beautifully done.
Sent into the zone by Franks. Knocked away by the defense as it's picked up by Ganau. Ganau trying to work his way through, cannot. Ormsby to Bertels. Bertels backhands it into the zone. It'll go to Baldwin. Lost his footing there, but still is able to play it.
Does he have an issue with the skate?
As it's gathered up and sent back inside the zone by the Vipers. Delayed offsides, they touch up. Off the wall, looking for Overbay, missed it. And Klein will pick it up. Down to 2:42 left here in the first. Pace going rather quickly here in the first period. There's a drive from the
You
point.
Jinxed it. I thought it earlier. I didn't say it.
This one off the wall. Cleared out into center. Johnson with it. Fed back. Taken away. Here's Baldwin. Baldwin the wrist shot. That one's wide. Johnson up ice to Williams. Williams. This one's dumped inside the zone by Whistler. Picked up now by Phillips. Racing up the near side with speed. Over the line on the attack. Phillips sends it around the wall to the far side corner. Taken away by Godine. Godine racing into the zone here on the attack. Drops it. Ooh, Van Ryn had a good chance, but a good stick lift there. I believe that was by Blauvelt.
I think Phillips got that, actually.
Was it Phillips?
I'm not sure.
Someone in the camo jersey did.
There you go. Hey, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
There's a wrist shot to the corner just to keep it inside the zone. Phillips sends it to Baldwin. Baldwin up the far side. Taking a look at the options, elects to carry it. Over the line on the attack. Baldwin with a shot off the helmet of Rossworm. Glove down by Fiedler, trying to keep it in, cannot clear down the ice, and it will go for an icing.
You know, one thing I will say about that shift for Carroll, Phillips, a good read there when he jumped up on that play. Puck was rimmed around right here in front of us. It was one of the Lalondes. Let me confirm this. Patrick Lalonde. And Phillips does a good job reading it as Lalonde gets it right here at the hash marks in front of us. Phillips jumps up, takes it, and carries it right up ice. Just a subtle, nice little read to generate some offense, and does a good job coming back, and I think he got that stick lift there in the high slot as well. So working it a little bit there at both ends for number 71.
Picked up now by the Chargers behind the net. Watson ties up in the corner. With 1 minute here left in the first period, it is still 1-0. Here's a chance for Bertels. Sent inside the zone. Cartel with it. Off the wall. Gathered up by Bertels. It's sent inside the zone once again. Racing up the ice. It is Kraus with a wrist shot. Save made there by Rossworm. 35 to go. So face off far side in the Vipers zone. A tie up on the face off, and it is worked out to the point, held in. This one's sent down low. Hammered around the wall, cleared down the ice. And this one should die in the snow, and it does. Baldwin goes around Whistler with a little spin move. Lost it, and Klein's able to pick it up. Gets the cup. Going to the near side. He's over the line with 3 seconds. Throws it at the net. It's wide, and that is going to do it for the first period. Chargers up 1-0 here after 15 minutes of play. We'll take a break, and we'll come back here with more high school hockey here on Summit City Sports.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, 15 minutes on the board for the second period. Only one goal right now. That belongs to the freshman from the Renegades, number 18 for tonight, Camden Blauvelt.
Honestly, I mean, we should just show it again. I want to see it again because that was the beauty of a goal. That was tremendous work.
Yep, we got a second. We'll take a look at it again. Yep, off the wall to the far side.
I mean, look, he just whoop right around. Oh, well, there you go. There's him. I mean, ugh, that was vicious fake. That was vicious. I don't know where he goes to school, but, I mean, even just based on that alone, whatever school he goes to, whatever team he should have been playing for this year, he should have been playing for that team. We'll continue to monitor throughout the evening, though.
Off the wall, played by the Vipers. Van Ryn sends it down, or that's Orsby sends it down low. Sounds like 10-4 if I heard right on shot
Correct.
goal.
Yes.
Here come the Chargers with a shot. Save made by Ross Worm. Play whistled down.
Yeah, you know what? Just a shot on goal there from Ganau. Make sure Rossrum feels a little bit. Get right into things here. And you know what? An offensive zone draw here for Carroll, who's loading up their top line tonight with Braun, Ganau, and Cup. I don't think these three have been aligned so far this year, but looks like they're going for it.
Sound like something broke there as it's worked out to the point. There's a wrist shot. Nope, just dropped the stick. Ganau, a spin around try, and that one is off the knob of Rossworm. It's kept inside the zone far side to the slide. Ganau trying to do something with it with a shot. Toe save made. Rebound. That one is off back and into the safety netting.
Yeah, Carroll is four of their skaters are all hanging out up high. I mean, they clearly think that puck is going to be getting cleared out. And then so when the Vipers lose control of it, everyone is up high. And I think it was Ganau over there was kind of on an island and really didn't have many options of what to do and just had to wait for everyone to kind of get back down low before doing anything there.
Tie up along the far circle for the face-off as it is going to be tied up. Worked free eventually by Godine, worked out to the point, held into the zone by Klein. And a second opportunity gets it out. Down the ice, Baldwin picks it up now for the Chargers. Hits the brakes, comes back to the far side. Here comes Lalonde. Good back check there by Van Ryn, breaks it up. Back into the Viper end we go. Godine with it. Dumps it inside the zone as it will be played now by the Chargers. Taken away by Parks. At the point. Working it free is Carroll. Looks like that's Overbay. And it is as he gives chase. Watson picks it up near side corner. Off the wall, that one's out of the zone. Klein dumps it back in. Rossworm will take it to the corner and play whistle down there as any shot on net when a player is still offsides is automatically blown dead.
That's unfortunate. Tough break there for Carroll, unfortunate. Just got to make sure you're more aware of what's going on there. And is this going to come all the way down the ice?
Indeed it is.
Yeah, so consequences for that.
Okay, don't be doing that in the first game.
You started it.
I did not.
You just did it right in front of my face.
I don't know what you're talking about. Face off near side, won by the Vipers and cleared out. Delayed offsides here. A bit of confusion, I think. As the Vipers touch up. Here comes Carroll. That one dumped inside the zone. It is Scully in the near side corner. Out to the point, kept in. There's a shot in and out of the glove of Rossworm. Fiedler lost it to Knudsen. And it is far side. Wolf sends it down low behind the net to the near side corner. Off the glass, and it's into neutral. Brenner gives chase, centers it, and off a skate. Broken up. Here come the Carroll Chargers the other way. They dump it inside the zone, going for a line change. Knudsen picks it up. Knudsen off the wall, looking for himself, taken away by Blauvelt. And it is stripped off a pass there. Whistler backhands it down low. Rims around the wall to the near side corner. Fed up ice, finds Krause, who accidentally bumps into the linesman.
That's all right. I mean, there were Vipers all about ready to collapse on him anyways. That probably would have been a short-lived attack either way.
Gathered up now by Bertels. Fans on the pass, still maintains possession, gets it to Watson, clears off the wall, back to neutral. Chargers get it back in. Onside, Johnson, far side corner, picks it up. Off the wall, held in at the point by Pedersen. That one is redirected up into the safety netting. Play whistled down.
Yeah, so more of the same really this period. You know, Carroll really kind of just doing their thing on offense. Standard protocol. Van Antwerp really hasn't had a whole lot of action throughout. And beyond that, I just don't really have much else to add.
A tie-up on the face-off. Here's Kraus, centers it. It's up into the air, lands at the far face-off dot. Bertels with it. Racing up the far side. He gets around Pedersen. Bertels centers it to the point. And it is picked up by the Chargers. For a brief moment, held inside the zone here by the Vipers. Cleared out by Carroll as it goes to Watson. Off the wall, looking for Franks. Missed the pass. This one dumped inside the zone. Pedersen picks it up. Played up to Kraus. Kraus off the wall. Over to the far side. That one dumped inside the zone by Blauvelt. Johnson. And on the pass initially as he picks it up and loses it at center ice. Dumped inside the zone. There's a shot glove save made there by Van Antwerp. 10:33 to go here in the second period. Still 1-0 off the goal by the freshman Blauvelt. Face-off is won there by the Vipers, directed towards the net.
Uh-oh.
Stretch pass, here's Braun. Braun alone for him, back and forth, scores! Dylan Braun gets the second goal for the Carroll Chargers and his first of the season.
Yeah, he looked pretty juiced up. I think those two things probably have something to do with each other, if I had to guess. And yeah, this puck just trickles all the way down for him. He's able to skate right into it. And I don't know, I mean, just full send, really. And yeah, he catches his defender, has a step on him, and goes backhand, forehand, and buries it past Rossworm. And that's 2 breakaway goals for Carroll. And you know what? I mean, that granted, there have been some puck bounces on those, so I think I'll excuse those.
Braun hooked on the play as is picked up. And the Chargers are going to go on the power play.
Yeah, and if you're the Vipers, that's just unfortunate timing. It's obviously you go down 2-0, and then immediately you power play going to the Chargers. You know, tough look for the Vipers, unfortunately for them, but also an opportunity now to build some momentum if they were able to kill this one off. And for Carroll, an opportunity to kind of step on the gas here and really put the pedal to the metal if they can make it 3-0 really quick here.
Face-off pulled back by the Chargers. Worked out to the point. Backhand feed down low. Now to Cup. Cup tries to center. It's up into the safety netting. Play whistle down. And I think we got another penalty coming up here on the Vipers.
No way. Oh, that is so tough. It's going to be Watson going. And that is just building on top of each other. Compounding errors with another, and that is something you also can't be doing. A high stick, yeah, that's a tough one to take a high stick and make it a minute and 47 to 5-on-3.
So I was looking here at the Renegades roster here. We don't see too much of them on the broadcast. Camden Blauvelt, a freshman here, 19 goals, 7 assists, leads the team in goals, leads the team in total points.
Yeah, I mean,
as a freshman.
Yeah, 19 goals is all you really need to know, man. I mean, if you score 19 and 13, you should probably be on a varsity team, but we're not coaches, we're broadcasters, so, you know, I guess there's something else that we aren't aware of.
Just impressive stats in my mind.
Very, very impressive stats. I mean, I think it was Franks last year had really good numbers, and now we've got another case of it right here.
There's a shot off the outside of the net here. Around over to the far side. Braun with it. Braun creeping down. There's a slap shot, and it's above the net and wide. This one off the glass.
Ooh.
Held in.
That was close, though.
Back over to the far side. It looks like it's Braun again. Centers it the cross. Oh, too hard.
Oh, he wanted Cup. I think he wanted Cup for this 1-tee right here.
There's a wrist shot save made by Rossworm. Play whistled down.
Well, so good start to the power play there, Brandon. I'll yield to you. I know it sounded like you had something to say.
Oh, no, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm going to have to hold my clock for about 3 seconds as it somehow got ahead.
It happens. So we still got 51 seconds here at 5-on-3. And Carroll, so far, has really just been letting it fly. We'll see if they keep that up. I would presume they would, but it looks like Bertel's going to get it clear here, and that is important.
So that one, as you mentioned, is cleared under a minute in each power pull or each penalty. As the Chargers work up another opportunity. Cup gets it over the line. Drops it back for Braun. Braun with a shot blocked by Johnson. Here's Braun with another chance, and it's stopped by Rossworm.
Good stuff here from the Vipers. Able to really, we're still got 20 seconds to go here, but they've done an admirable job of killing off this penalty so far against this high-powered Carroll offense. And Carroll's going to get some fresh legs out there, and we'll see what they got here with the second unit.
Baldwin over to the far side. Baldwin's out there with White and Wolf. Wolf with a shot, scores off the post! They convert on the 5-on-3.
Yeah, so Wolf just finds this one right out in front. He's able to get it up in time just over the shoulder there of Rossworm. We'll get another look at it here on Traction Athletic Performance Replay. And at some point, it does just become a numbers game. I mean, you look at it right here, all three Vipers players right there in the penalty kill. If you froze it, a second and a half before the goal, I mean, they were all in a straight line, and Wolf is in behind. The puck comes to the net, and he's able to get it over the shoulder of Rossworm. So, yeah, those things happen.
Off the face-off, it is going to be controlled here by the Vipers. They dump it inside the zone. So Wolf picks up goal number 3, down to 10 seconds on the power play. White racing down the far side, maybe trying to get another goal here before the power play expires. Shot save made, loose at the crease, and it's picked up and cleared by Godine. Oh, knocked away. Overbay gets knocked down by Knutson. Held in at the point. Goes over to the far side, Godine with it. He's over the blue line. Fans on the shot. And now the Chargers the other way. Over the line on the attack. Overbay down low to Lalonde. Lalonde out to the point. Sent back down low below the goal line. Patrick Lalonde sends it around. Or that was Will Lalonde to Patrick Lalonde. As Ryan picks it up. Clears off the wall, down the ice. And we're going to get an icing here.
So Carroll 1 for 2 there on the power play. Obviously they get one. That's what counts when you've got that long of a 5-on-3. That's the expectation. They do. Now they lead it 3-0. And the Vipers, a hill to climb here after a couple of Carroll goals within 2 minutes and 1 second of each other.
Face off far side. Controlled there by Blaufelt. Sent around the wall to the near side. Scully bumped off the play there. Watson off the wall, lays a reverse hit. Krause with a nice toe drag there. Krause with a shot. It's off the stick of Watson.
He's gotten so much better from being a freshman. He's gotten so much better.
Krause bumped into the wall there. A tie out trying to poke it free is Watson, Bertels, and Blaufelt.
I have no
One
clue.
of the two.
Cannot confirm.
Franks with it far side. He's pushed off the play there. Is racing into the zone there. Goes to the near side corner. Krause.
Yeah, Krause looks like he caught one there. Might have hit him on the bucket. So, but not a good angle at it from the referee, but obviously right on top of it here. It looks like just got caught in a bad spot there. So,
training staff coming out to make sure he's okay. Slowly working his way back to at least the knees. So we'll take a very quick break here on Summit City Sports.
Waffle breakfast sandwiches are dropping at Tim's. Our sweet, fluffy maple waffles, packed with a fresh cracked egg, savory sausage, or sizzling bacon, and melty, gooey cheese. The Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich, made to make your day. It's time for Tim's.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, Kraus got up to his feet eventually, skated off the ice under his own power, but will be quickly looked at by the training crew here. And face-off controlled by the Vipers. Far side, put into the zone around Scully. Knutson picks it up. Taken away now by Ganau. Ganau. Wraparound attempt. It's in the feet of Rossworm as play is whistled down.
Gotcha. I was getting deja vu to when he kicked it in the first game against these guys. I'm like, nope, just stay where you are. Stay where you are. You got it. But it didn't have a repeat. He's got it.
Face off far side. One back by Ganau. There's a shot off from this face off as it's picked up by Braun. Braun getting tag teamed here by Bertels and Knutson. Lost it. Bertels off the glass, clears down the ice. Klein with it. Looking over to Ganau. Gets it there as he feeds it up ice into the zone. Here's Braun. Lost it on the stick handle as he tried to make the toe drag. Worked inside the zone. Here's Bertels, a shot. Blocker save made. Rebound far side. In the far corner, taken away. Here come the Vipers. As Franks sends it down below the goal line. Off the wall. Played now by Carroll. Down the far side over the line on the attack. Tries to toe drag. There's a shot. Save made by Rossworm. Braun was backdoor.
He was looking for it, but I think for Cup, when you make that toe drag, the puck kind of comes up in the air, flutters a little bit. I mean, you're more focused on just trying to get the shot off than trying to make a pass. And Braun was, 2 feet away and, had a guy all over him as well. I don't think that would have ended up any differently. If it did, it would have been because it got banked off and went in inadvertently, not because of anything intentional, in my opinion.
Face-off won by the Chargers. They able to hold it inside the zone. Wolf near side. Gets it to Shurik. Shurik bumped on the play. Tries to feed out to the point. Easily intercepted by Williams. He lost it to Wolf, and it's around the wall to the far side. Fiedler out to the point. There's a wrist shot. Save made and rebound over to the far side. Still loose. Rossworm finally covers.
Yeah, and Watson does good there to lock up the stick of Fiedler for the most part. Doesn't really allow him to get a good opportunity off. A bad angle as well, but Rossworm does a good job there to make the save. Now down to the last 4.5 minutes here before our intermission.
Face off far side. White to the draw against Godine. One back. Loose just outside the crease. Worked over to the far side. There's a wrist shot wide of the net.
Oh, you got a penalty coming.
Yeah, it's going to be on Braun for slashing.
Yeah, he's got some words still as well here for Johnson. He's still letting him hear it. Not sure what happened there. I did not happen to catch it, Brandon. I don't know if you did.
Not the full extent of it.
Gotcha. No, he's pissed. Did he get another one for that?
Yeah, I think he's going to.
Oh, whatever happened, he certainly didn't like it,
So-
apparently.
He'll get the slashing, and I think he's either going to catch another 2 for the unsportsmanlike, or maybe the 10 for the misconduct for the door.
If they give him a 10 for that, I think that's a little bit probably not what we need to be doing here. I think that might be a little harsh. I mean, we'll see.
Could just be a warning
but-
here. Is only 2 up, and there we go. Clock didn't start right away. Spin around try. That one's wide. Yeah. They got another player going inside the box.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it must be a 10.
So, yeah, slashing in a 10-minute unsportsmanlike misconduct.
I would have to imagine if we're going to give a 10, that's got to be factoring in the jabbering on the way to the box. I feel like just, trying to slam the door. I don't know if I would quite be ready to give a 10 for that right off the start in a game that's not had any animosity. But that's just my take on it.
This one over to the far side. Bertel's with it. This one worked out in neutral. As we have 3:18 left here in the second period. 1:03 on the Viper power play. First one of the night, too, I believe.
Yes, correct.
Over to the far side. Bertel's with the wrist shot. That one's blocked, cut off, and cleared as far as the Spaceman logo at center ice. Ormsby with it. Ormsby into the zone, and that one is offsides. So the faceoff will be just at the Vipers bench. 2:55 to go here in the second period. Carroll putting 2 on the board this period, jumping out to a 3-0 lead. Face-off won by the Vipers. Taken away. Here's a shorthanded break here for the Chargers. That is easily knocked away off a stick of Knutson. As Ganau gives pressure, Franks comes away with it. Kopp steals it from Franks. Kopp to the slot. Backhands to Ganau, and it hits the skate of Knutson. As that would have been a great opportunity for the Chargers.
Yeah, a couple of potential opportunities there shorthanded for Carroll.
Watson behind the net. Centers it to the slot, and then it was knocked away. Back into the zone. Is Ganau. Centers it to Kopp, and that one is knocked away, I think, by Watson.
Back to even strength.
Yep.
He wouldn't have even known it, though.
There's a shot towards the net, knocked away there off a skate of Godine. White around the wall over to the far side for Wolf. Wolf back to White. In and out of his skate. Watson pressure by Blauvelt. As it's cleared out, and it is Franks at center ice, sends it down the ice, and this one will go for an icing.
So, unimpressive power play there from the Vipers, and I got to say, Brandon, we were told during media night that their power play was going to be really good this year. And I don't know if it's been that. That might be a hot take. But has not exactly been the most successful power plays that I've ever seen.
Face-off won back by Bertels. Scully around the wall to the near side. Baldwin trying to keep it inside the zone with Brenner, battling for it. As it is to the near side. Johnson up into the air. Once again, knocked down by Baldwin. Baldwin keeping this thing in. Bertels just sends it down the far side this time. He gets it good as Klein off the wall. And someone went sliding into home base there. I think that's Van Ryn. Or is Ormsby.
Oh, intercept.
Here come the Carroll Chargers the other way. Inside the zone, offsides.
Linesman was right there. Right on the money.
Yep. Minute to go here in the second period.
Minute even.
So, face off right at the Carroll bench. As it is Watson off the far near wall. Baldwin with it. Backhand feed. Touched up here, giving chase is Whistler. Bumped off the play. Van Ryn with it. Over to the far side. Williams is there for the Vipers. He's put into the wall. Baldwin with it. Ties up with Van Ryn. As is worked free. Baldwin and Van Ryn tie up once again. Van Ryn out to the point. Watson a wrist shot. Stopped there by Van Antwerp. Play whistled down. 19.5 to go here in the second period. Face off inside of the Carroll end. There's a shot right off the face-off, saved there by Van Antwerp. As it's cleared down the ice by the Chargers through the feet. Good box out here by Scully to keep Cup away from that one. With a second to go, there's a shot in and out of the glove there of Van Antwerp.
Guys, that could have been, if there was, 5 more seconds, that might have turned into something there.
Well, after 30 minutes of play, 3-0 is our score here. We'll take a break. We'll return with your intermission recap here on Summit City Sports. You're watching high school hockey.com.
This league promotes finding diamonds in the rough, kids that didn't have an opportunity, they're on the wrong team, they had the wrong coach. If we can find those kids, which we have 20 of them now, that we build a team in 45 days.
I look at the amazing facilities and the coaching staff, everything looked perfect for me.
It's kind of a no-brainer for me.
Here I heard was very professional, and I had absolutely no idea there was such a big hockey community.
Saw the amazing facilities here and coaching staff.
Felt like it was a good fit for me. I noticed my confidence got up.
I think the system starts with what you do off the ice, right? And that's been our biggest challenge, right? Is taking these kids from different places in the world, right, and bringing them in and trying to establish a culture. And it's been difficult, right, to teach discipline, to teach accountability, to show up on time, right? That's where it all starts. We have the resources that, frankly, other programs don't have, and we try to utilize them to the best of our abilities.
I mean, they'll help each individual out as well as all team stuff. So they do a good job giving everybody what they need to get better at or what they think they should be working on more. Our schedule's really nice during the week. We get a lot of ice time in the gym. All the facilities here are brand new, super nice, from the gym to the locker room. The rink is unreal as it is.
We work out twice a week here, and our trainers give us as much of the resources as they can to push us and make us better off the ice, to help us on the ice too. All of our workouts are kind of tailor-made for hockey players. And
the coaching staff helped me get better, offensively. John Solway helped me work on my stride, my edges.
His teaching is really good. He processes it in a way that makes it easy for us to kind of reciprocate what he's doing in a way that's kind of lower to our level.
For them to see the professionalism and the support that they have,
I mean, it's second to none. It's remarkable to see, these guys, getting the chance to, talk to the, people in the community and the kids, and the opportunity to really have that moment to themselves, right? And have that opportunity to essentially, live the day in the life of what it's like to play pro hockey, right? I mean, they're around the Fort Wayne Comets. Earlier in the year, guys were coming out, and helping the kids. And it's remarkable because they get to see what it takes to play at the next level.
Not only Josh, but we've got Jerry Most, who helps with our goaltending, and Paris Duffus, who is a familiar name for Fort Wayne fans that really helps our goalies off the ice. And I think gives them the mental approach that they need to advance to the next level, as we know that's really important with goaltending.
He preaches accountability. He always makes sure accountability on and off the ice, actually. He makes sure we're doing the right things off the ice, and we're more importantly doing the right things on the ice, making sure we're always just ready to go, ready to play, never having our minds stray throughout a game or a practice, always be just ready to go.
We tell these kids all the time, from high school till about college to your junior years, you've got 7 to 8 years to work really hard and get your life on the right path, or you can goof off and not pay attention and get involved with the wrong people, and then the rest of your life after that 8 years is going to be pretty difficult, right? So trying to get them prepared for the real world is priority number one.
There's a lot of hockey players in the world, and you're not all going to make the highest team and not get noticed, or you might become the best hockey player you've ever been at 20. You don't know when you're going to come out of your shell. So they have to have this opportunity to play, or they may never be seen.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, we are in our intermission here. Between the Vipers and the Chargers, where the Carroll Chargers are up 3-0 right now after 30 minutes of play. Take a look back at our 3 goals, courtesy of Traction Athletic Performance Replay. First up is the freshman from the Renegades, Camden Blauvelt. Collision there at the blue line. Blauvelt able to pick up the loose puck, go forehand, backhand, back to the forehand, into the back of the net for the 1-0 Charger lead. That's where we stayed until the second period. Off the face-off, stretch pass, finds Braun, who's behind the defense, and he goes the same way and gets it past Rossworm. Dylan Braun gets his first of the season in city play. About halfway through the second we go, a 5-on-3 power play here for the Chargers. Over to the far side, to the slot, finds Victor Wolf. He goes off the post and in for the 3-0 Charger lead. That is where we sit after 30 minutes of play. We'll take another break here on Summit City Sports. You're watching high school hockey.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I decided if I was going to come to Indiana Tech, I was going to be a different kind of instructor. I was really going to focus on connecting with students, teaching the students the theory that they needed and also the practical applications.
Very practically what that looks like is smaller class sizes. So my class sizes are the 8 to 10 up to maybe 20. And that's backed up with we have 18 hours of office hours every week. I'm sitting in my office waiting for students to come in to talk about anything. It doesn't just have to be with the classroom.
In the College of Engineering, we have ABET accreditation for mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and biomedical engineering. ABET is the top accrediting board for engineering in the United States and probably in the world.
Another thing that is a very different approach at Indiana Tech, I think, that some other universities, is we try and make sure they have a lot of lab experience in the engineering department. All engineering programs are going to have laboratory courses, but in our laboratory courses we try to get them not just exposure to measurements and exposure to some of the devices that you'll be used, but I like to actually assign projects that are, realistic projects.
Those projects, this project-based learning, help students to work together in a group and be hands-on with the material or the product that they're creating. Engineering students at Indiana Tech to me, stand out because I know that they've had a lot of experiences working in groups, working on projects, doing lab experiments to help them understand the material, and I think that prepares them well for industry.
First thing I'll tell a high school student is study, study, study. Get all the math you can possibly get. I honestly believe that the critical thinking skills you learn in math courses will help you with engineering courses.
The type of knowledge base that students should have coming in, they need to be problem solvers and critical thinkers. Those two things are really the essence of engineering. Regardless of flavor, they're going to need to figure out, there's a problem here, how do I solve it? And they need to think critically about that. They need to observe, listen to people, and then kick in those problem-solving skills to solve the problem.
Part of the growth of Indiana Tech has involved an increasing number of international students. So I think if we can expose students to different ideas, different cultures, again, it makes them that much more competitive in the marketplace.
In the Fort Wayne area, we have lots of large companies, BAE Systems, Fort Wayne Metals, General Motors, Raytheon, Harris Corporation, and the list goes on. We have a lot of employers that want our engineering students.
Indiana Tech, I think, continues to serve students even beyond their graduation. We really strive to keep in touch with our alumni on a personal level just to see how they're doing, but then also they want to give back to the university because of the experiences they've had here, so they want to provide opportunities for other students here as well.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Waffle breakfast sandwiches are dropping at Tim's. Our sweet, fluffy maple waffles, packed with a fresh cracked egg, savory sausage, or sizzling bacon, and melty, gooey cheese. The Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich, made to make your day. It's time for Tim's.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House as we are getting set for third period action here between the Vipers and the Chargers. No carryover time on penalties, just 15 minutes on the board and a 3-0 Carroll lead.
Yeah, standard operating procedure. I really have no comment, to be entirely honest. Let's get it going here on the third period. We'll see if the Vipers have anything, but yeah, we'll see what we got here. 3-0 is a tall hill to climb. They've been outshot 26-10 thus far, so we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, nothing more to say, man. Nothing more to really say. I mean, look, this Carroll team, I mean, we saw it last year. They went 13-0, right? They're pretty much just as good, if not a little bit better, this year. You know?
We know
the
scoring,
script.
actually.
We know the script with Carroll at this point, man, right?
More secondary scoring this year, I think.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
More so than the big
agree.
three is.
I mean, Braun has 3 points. I mean, that's all you need to know. So we'll see what we get here in the third period, though. We'll see what we get.
So, center ice we go. Puck is down. Speaking of Braun, still serving the 10-minute misconduct here, so he'll still be in the box for a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's probably got like 6 minutes left, maybe, something like that.
Fanning on the shot. Ganal tries to clear, cannot. Here's Scully. Scully to the high slot, poked away there, and is gathered up and cleared by Cup. Knutson with it, over to Ormsby. Back to Knutson. Looking up ice for Franks, missed the pass, and it will be an icing. So, fresh legs out here for the Chargers. Kraus back out there, too. Good to see.
That is good to see.
He's out there with White, Baldwin, Klein, Michael Baldwin. And, looks like that's Blauvelt. Face-off controlled is going to go to the near side corner by the Vipers. Held into the zone. Kraus trying to make it again. Cannot. It just creeps over the line. Onside play. This one to the near side. Klein with it. Klein off the wall. Missed on the pass. He goes back inside the zone. Off the wall again. Kraus with it. Up to White. White gets it inside the zone onside. Kraus lost his stick. Oh, a slashing call. That would explain it.
That's a logical conclusion. And we're going to have another power play coming here. This will be numero tres for the Chargers.
Yep. Tres, three, try, whatever you want to say.
Tres. Try, what is that?
German.
I'm not fluent in German.
Knutson with it. Clears down the ice. Here's Klein. Klein up to Ganal. Ganal with a stretch pass up the Cup. Over the line to the near side corner. Centers it to the slide. In and out of the stick of Ganal as he gets sent down to the ice with authority there by Ormsby. Van Antwerp behind the net leaves it for Klein. Over to the far side, Kraus. Kraus Gets it up ice, looking for Cup, is in and out of a skate there, and picked up now by Blauvelt. Look at that, getting some PP time.
Might as well get it mixed in.
Here's Cup. Centers it, and that one is through the crease and wide. To the high slot, nobody there for the Chargers. Scully leads the race. That one is shot right into the glove, and Van Antwerp gloves that one down. So a change here for both teams as the faceoff is inside of the Carroll zone, near side. Bertels and White to the faceoff. Off the wall, down below the goal line, Wolf gives chase. He's had the most recent goal for the Chargers.
Goal on that 5-on-3.
Out to Phillips. Phillips with the wrist shot. In and out of the glove of Rossworm. Kicked in front. Loose in the crease. Still loose. Digging for it and eventually covered.
They really let that one play out. Not really interested in blowing the whistle there. Typically, they're a little quick on it, but they really let that one just go.
Blessing was standing right behind the net. He must have had a sight on it.
Lovely.
If ref has a line of sight, you keep playing.
Absolutely correct. Could not have said it any better myself.
This one takes a funny bounce off the circle. A win for the Vipers as it's played to center ice. White with it. Back over the line. Tries to weave his way through the slot. Cannot. It's taken away by Bertels and cleared down the ice. Van Antwerp leaves it for Baldwin. Over to the far side. It is sent back into the zone. Baldwin with it with just 1 second to go. Vipers return to full strength. Here's Carteau. Carteau, far side. Tries to center it, but it is off a skate of Van Ryn. The second attempt by Klein gets it down to the corner. Picked up by the Vipers as it is going to be played now into the safety netting play. Whistled down.
Yeah, Carroll so far just doing their thing, keeping the pressure on here. That power play unsuccessful though, so the Vipers do a good job on that. But yeah, still got to get the offense going here. It looks like their bench is short too. I don't know if that's just me, Brandon, as they were making a change, but it looks like they're short-handed over there on the Vipers bench.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really paid attention to the bench numbers.
I mean, you just take a quick glance over there, see if it's empty or not.
This one is dumped inside the zone as it is cleared back out by the Vipers as it is played now by Whistler. Touch back out to neutral. Brenner with it with a backhand and is wide of the mark. As it is fed out, Johnson holds it in, sends it down low. Klein off the wall for Lalonde. Lalonde bumped off the play there. Vipers dump it back inside the zone. Van Antwerp plays it to Baldwin. Baldwin to Lalonde. This is Will Lalonde with it. Feeds it up to Patrick Lalonde. Lost control of it. Kind of watch the skates here. As it's picked up by Pedersen.
Jesus, guys, that's about as close as you can get, but they make it all work. I mean, the puck is there almost when everybody's trying to change.
Carteau, fed up ice. Ganau to Overbay. Overbay dumped down on the play.
Yeah, should have just kept taking that one out wide. I thought he had a step there on the defender, had a little extra speed, could have gotten around him, taking it to the net, but he ends up cutting in and it's knocked away. However, though, Carroll still looks like they're going to have a draw in the offensive zone, so I guess it is all good.
Yep, as it was sent out of play through the safety netting and landed into the bleachers.
Uh-oh.
9:51 left here in the third. Face-off is inside of the Vipers zone. As there's a shot by the Chargers right off the face-off, it is stopped by Rossworm. Out to the point, Cartel with a wrist shot through the feet of Ganau. Pedersen racing for it to the far side to keep it in. Able to do so, down to the corner. Godine behind the net, tied up. Worked free by the Chargers, still the far side. At the face-off circle, feeds up to Van Ryn. Down the ice he goes, over the blue line. Off the skate there, Godine picks it up, far face-off circle. He got lined up there by Carteau, is able to stay on his feet though. Overbay, off the wall, down low to the far corner. Bumped off there by Scully. Phillips chips down to assist there, trying to keep it in. Kanata is off his skate, and back to center ice we go. In the zone, looks like it's Overbay towards the net, sticked away by Rossworm. Loose puck at the near face-off circle. Franks tries to come away with it. Able to get it out. Baldwin picks it up in his own zone. Fed over to Phillips near side. Face-off circle, clears out. And it's off the wall, back into the zone. Here's an Ormsby shot. That one is stopped by Van Antwerp. Dumps back into the Carroll end. Baldwin picks it up, reverses off the wall. Phillips pokes out to the point, kept in. There's a shot. Glove save made by Van Antwerp.
Yeah, a little bit of a push here from the Vipers, trying to put one on the board here. Build a little bit of momentum, kind of get something going here, build a little bit of confidence, start feeling the puck a little bit more in the offensive zone, and get some shots on goal here.
So face-off, far side in the Carroll end is dropped, worked free, as eventually it will be picked up now by the Vipers off sides.
Narrowly, but they got it. Good call there by the linesman. Absolutely terrific work.
So face-off is right next to the Charger bench. Another tie-up. Worked free now by the Vipers. They dump it inside the zone. It is Phillips with it. Kept inside. Briefly by Watson. Ganau takes it the other way. Ganau with it to the far side. Drops it back. Off of feet.
Oh, man.
It's in the net! I think Ganau just bounced it off Watson's skates through the 5-hole and in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how this one went in. I mean, we'll see. But either way, that is an unfortunate one.
So, yeah, Ganau right there cuts to the far side, drops it, hits the skates in front.
Oh, man.
Creeps through.
That's an ouchie.
So it should be Ganau.
That's unfortunate.
Back here as the laid off sides here. With 7:30 here to go here as I'm stumbling over the words for a brief moment. That's not good. Out to the point, Scully knocks it down. Ryan with it. Here is Ganau, the most recent goal scorer here for the Chargers. Gets it inside the zone to Cup. Throws it at the net, stopped there by Rossworm. Rebound gathered up and cleared out to the point. Halfway gone here in the third period. A wrist shot stopped by Rossworm.
And Dylan Braun released. There you go. He steps out of the box, so that's good news for Carroll. Not that they really need it at this point in time. It is 4-0, and they just scored again.
Face-off won there by the Chargers, it looked like. Centering feed broken up. Sent down low. Work to the near side, or far side corner. Knutson missed it. Ormsby's there, tries to work it free. He's able to get it down the ice. Leading the rush is the Vipers. Lost it there at the far side. Hits a skate. Down to the corner, off the wall. The Chargers clear out, goes down the ice. Foot race here. Watson picks it up here for the Vipers. Loose puck near side. Worked free here. Williams with it. Or no, that's Johnson. Knocked down in front. One of the Chargers in there by himself for a brief moment, as it was Patrick Lalonde. Taken away. Here's another opportunity. Looks like this one's Phillips. Nope. Phillips is now at the point. There's a shot, and play whistle down for the man in the crease.
Yep, that's what I was going to say, and so that one will come out of the zone.
Oh, we got a penalty here.
Oh, wow.
Tripping on Will Lalonde.
So it's going to come all the way down, not just out. It's going to come all the way down. That is now numero dos for the Vipers on the power play.
Face-off will be far side.
Brandon, I don't know if you see this over to our left, but I think those are the Leo Veterans night jerseys, and those could be very nice.
That one off for shin pad. Dylan Braun, shorthanded breakaway. Braun shot, save made by Rossworm off the blocker.
That's a big save alert right there, Brandon. Big save alert.
Bertels over the line. At the point, gets tied up by Ganau. He's able to maintain possession. Fed out to the point. Ormsby with it. Over to the far side. Scully with a shot wide of the net. Might have been looking for a redirect from that angle. Bertels with it. Bertels a drive. Pad save made. Hops off the top of the net. Here's another chance and another save made. And it's worked out by the Chargers. Ormsby with it. Fed over to Scully, far side. Scully feels the pressure here. It's taken away by Braun, so he will retreat below his own goal. That one off the glass and down the ice.
Yep, kills a little extra time there.
Vipers set up behind the net. Bertels with it. Bertels races into the zone. At the goal line, tries to center. It's off a shin pad, and it's taken away by Carteau off a beautiful stick lift there. And that one goes off the wall, clears out behind the net, or behind the defense is Ganau. Another shorthanded chance through the legs, and he lost it.
My question on that is, how is he that open behind the defense? I think it's Scully. He just completely loses Ganau there. I mean, that shouldn't have even happened.
To the slot, Scully tries to get the shot off, cannot. Lost in the mad scramble in front, and Braun's trying to go shorthanded. He's met there by Van Ryn. But with 2 seconds left, the Chargers kill off the power play.
Yeah, and I think that's the second consecutive power play where Carroll has had more quality chances than the Vipers have.
Over to the far side corner, Parks and Braun tie up. Braun takes Parks down. Notable difference there in the size on that one.
Yeah, that's a good point. No kidding.
Gathered up now by Ryan. Bumped off there by White. This one up into the air, glove down by Watson. This one backhanded into the zone, Watson with it. Knocked down in front by Kraus. Kraus picks it up. He gets leveled there, and we're going to have a Vipers penalty here. We'll see who it's on. A rough. And it looks like it'll be Watson. So, Watson to the box for roughing. 2 minutes on the board, and the Chargers will be on the power play for pretty much a majority of the rest of the third period as we have 2:51 left.
Yeah, we'll see how aggressive they end up getting. I mean, at this point, you can kind of just try and run it down if they choose to. I would imagine they're probably going to keep trying to score, though.
We'll see what happens here as the face-off is tied up. Bertels bounces off the wall, and he clears it. Baldwin picks it up. Gets it to Phillips near side. Fed up ice through the feet of Blauvelt as it goes down for an icing. Looks like a quick change here for the Chargers.
Yeah, just probably trying to make sure they get this puck out, and then maybe they'll try and change it back. Or this is an opportunity to just continue working on the power play.
Face off near side circle. One back by Canal. Klein with it. Stretch pass, missed Braun, and it's going to go and will be another icing. That brings the face-off all the way back down into the Carroll end. And now a change here for the Vipers. I think that was the quietest face-off I've heard in a while.
Yeah, that's also, I would agree. It's just late in the game. You know what? I mean, there's not a whole lot of energy.
Here's Braun with a shot. Glove save made. Rebound popped loose. Far side, wide of the net. Worked out. Here's Cup with a shot. Rossworm doesn't have a stick. Fed over to the near side. Cup sends it down low. Out to the point. Klein, a slap shot. That one's up into the air. In the slot, in the feet there of one of the, looks like Kraus. Here's Cup, back to the near side. With a feed towards the net, off a shin pad. Klein with it, fed to Braun. Braun trying to do something with it as he kind of lost it for a brief moment. Klein fans on the shot. As it centers to the crease, nobody able to pick it up for Carroll. Spin around try is blocked in front. And it's still picked up now by the Chargers at the far point. Towards the net again, save made by Rossworm. Held in by Ganal. Rossworm still doesn't have a stick. Vipers try to clear a glove down by Kraus.
Can't believe he hasn't had a teammate just grab it and give it to him yet.
Here's Braun. Braun to the far side. Penalty coming up to the Vipers. Shot save made there. Touched up. And we'll have a 5-on-3 for 2 seconds.
At least Rossworm will get his stick back, though.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I mean, he was without it for
a good while.
Close to a minute and a half. And I mean, nobody decided it was worth, 3 seconds to grab it and give it to him, apparently.
So with 53 seconds left here in the third, it's a 5-on-3 for 2 seconds. One back by the Chargers, now 5-on-4. Shot save made by Rossworm.
Yeah, and all that was really going to do for Carroll was be an advantage on the face-off if it was a scrum, but they win it cleanly. It doesn't matter. If the Vipers win it cleanly, they can maybe try and send somebody when they come out of the box. It would have been Watson, but unlikely that one would have worked, just given the distance that would have been needed to be covered.
Behind the net. Worked free to the near side. Ormsby trying to come away with it. Cannot. Or that's Van Ryn, excuse me. Centers it. Poked away. Scully with it. He's got Blauvelt all over him. Vipers work it out to the point.
Ooh.
There's a reverse hit. Beautifully done. Goodine's the receiver of that one. I can't see who gave it to him.
I can't either. It's not one of the bigger Carroll defensemen, I'll tell you that. It's
looks like it was Baldwin, as that one is out of play.
Yeah, Baldwin, not one of the bigger players, but honestly, he's remarkably willing to kind of mix it up, I think. I think he's not shy of the physical stuff.
I'll take the face-off all the way back down into the Vipers zone. 12.9 to go here in the third. Face-off win for the Chargers, out to the point. Baldwin gets it down to the far corner. Chargers is pretty much killing time at this point. Fed out to Baldwin with a wrist shot. Tipped in front. That one is wide, and that will do it. It's a shutout for Van Antwerp. 4-0.
It is. It's a lovely game for Van Antwerp. I'm just going to confirm here, but that is his first in city play of the season, the first shutout we have all season here so far in city play, and it comes in week 4. Good 4-0 win for Carroll. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and yield back my time, Brandon. I really have no further comment that we have not already mentioned.
Yeah, it's just a good win here by the Chargers, 4-0. Join us here in about 13 minutes. We'll have Game 2 of Veterans Night here on Summit City Sports.